I had just landed in Paris, and I had spent half my vacation days and over 3,000 euros to see my girlfriend in South America. But now that I came home, I was unsure of everything. I just had another explosive fight, and every time we met, we clashed, and every time we fought, it felt like the end of the world to me. And I started to ask myself, what are we even fighting for? What reward at the end of all of this would possibly make all the pain and struggle worth it? And would it be braver to stay or to walk away? So, desperate for an answer, I started to pray in a God I wasn't even sure I believed in. Please, give me a sign. I didn't hear the voice of God that day, but sitting there in desperation, I realized that I didn't even really know what love was. And maybe that's where you are right now. This video is for those who, like I was, are asking what love really is. And when is love worth the fight? Before you can answer that question, you need to understand three things. First, you need to know the language our ancestors used to describe love, because they understood it better than we do today. The second thing you need to know is how modern culture distorted our understanding of love. And the third thing you need to know is why do we no longer recognize real love when we see it. By the end of this video, you'll see love through another lens. And hopefully, you can answer the question then for yourself. Should I stay or should I go? Today in English, we mostly use a single word for love, but our ancestors had 8 different words for the word love. Of these, 3 matter most for what we're discussing today. The first word is ludus. It's a Latin word, and it literally means play. This type of love is basically the first thing you feel in romantic chemistry. It's the spark, it's the feelings you catch at the beginning. It's your heart that beats faster when you see a notification with her name. The second word is eros. Its meaning kind of changed over time. This word is commonly associated with a super intense, passionate kind of love. It's the physical desire you feel for one another. It's the acceleration you feel when you see each other in your underwear for the first time. But it is also very instinctive, and it's not enduring. Then you have the ancient Greek word pragma, which means to do or to act. This type of love is the kind of love we've forgotten today. It's the ability to witness a beauty in your wife that all the women on earth combined could not compete. Pragma is knowing that you are loved for who you are, including your flaws, and that you are enough. It's a type of love that our hearts ache for. We have lost the wisdom to attain it. The second point is the distorted understanding of love we have nowadays. We tend to focus solely on the physical sensations of love, the feeling of being in love. And you can see this everywhere. TV shows, and also in pop lyrics. Phrases like finding the one, the spark was gone, or love at first sight. But science shows that love, like ludus and eros, the sensational feelings, they are not so much different from drugs. This type of love uses the same neural pathways in the brain as hard drugs like cocaine. As a culture, we have become addicted to these feelings. We worship them. And now we use one another to get high on love. And once these feelings stop, we assume love has died and we just discard one another. But feelings were never the foundation of love. They were only the invitation. That's why we cannot count on feelings for love, but we need to count on strength of character. Our generation, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, have inherited a broken society. We've grown up surrounded by dysfunctional marriages, shallow relationships, and a deep cynicism about enduring love. Many doubt if loyalty even exists. And if we no longer believe that enduring love exists, then why would we commit ourselves to all the pain and struggle of an enduring relationship? If we can just distract ourselves with fleeting romances and uncommitted sex. The modern narrative is super obsessed with reward without sacrifice. Promises us 10-minute abs and lose 5 kilo in 5 minutes. This narrative tells us that love should be easy, and that if you find the right person, it will just click. And that if it gets hard, it means you chose the wrong person. That's why so many relationships break up when it gets uncomfortable, and people quit when love asks them to grow. Real love, pragma, will challenge the very core of your identity, because only when the relationship gets uncomfortable can you discover whether it was built on feelings or commitment. And the 4 statistics confirm this. In a 2013 study, they asked 50 plus divorcees what their main reason was for divorce. 75% gave as an answer that was the unwillingness to commit, to fight, and to resolve. And our lack of commitment is made worse by the illusion we have nowadays, the illusion of options. We think when it doesn't work that the next partner is just a swipe away. But psychology studies show the more options we think we have, the less satisfied we are with the option we chose. 3 different studies have found that arranged marriages report equal or even greater long-term satisfaction than marriages based on love. I don't think they are more satisfactory for the reason they are arranged, but the people who go into these marriages, they have a different mindset. They go in with a mindset to build and to make the best of their situation, while marriages based on love are often motivated by feelings. And I'm not saying we should bring back arranged marriages, not at all. But we should adopt this mindset of this is the person I'm choosing, and with you, I'm going to make it work. Okay, so now we've talked about the damage it has done to our culture and our mindset and our individual lives. How do we move forward from this fog of confusion? You need to start by identifying where you are in all this mess. What kind of love are you feeling in your relationship? Is it ludus, the thrill of the chase? Is it eros, physical desire? Secondly, and this is the second reason most people divorced, is you need to rationally evaluate your relationship. Do the two of you rationally share a vision for the future? I'm talking about location, career. Is one of you willing to compromise and to sacrifice to meet the other halfway? Because passion is what brings you together, but vision is what keeps you together. And the third one, and this one is especially important for men, is are you ready for commitment? And do you realize the weight of commitment? Am I willing to sacrifice my independence, autonomy, and time for the sake of partnership? Ask yourself, am I prepared to face her brokenness, her trauma, her healing? Will I be patient and compassionate in all of that? And is your partner willing to do the same for you? I believe our generation stands at a pivotal intersection in history. We can either follow the path of indulgence and collapse that we were already on, or we can reclaim human dignity and respect. So ask yourself, will I run when things get hard, or will I build something that lasts? Because real love is not a feeling, it's a covenant.